Hey pioneers, let's be real for a second. Many of us have been feeling frustrated. We've been mining Pi for years, checking in daily, inviting friends, building this community, but lately the silence has been deafening. It almost felt like Pi Network had gone quiet for too long, leaving us wondering if all the waiting would ever pay off. But here's the thing, everything might be about to change. I came across an announcement from Dr. Chengdiao Fan that honestly gave me chills the moment I read it. This isn't just another small update. This feels like a turning point, something that could shift how we think about Pi's entire future. Before I dive in, I want you to really listen closely, because what I'm about to share could be the most important Pi Network update you'll hear this year. And if you're serious about staying ahead, make sure to check out my Telegram and Facebook pages linked in the description. I post insights there that don't always make it onto YouTube, and with news this big, trust me, you'll want those updates coming straight to your phone. Now, here's what happened. Dr. Fan isn't just showing up at a small blockchain meetup. She's been confirmed to speak at Token 2049 in Singapore. And if you don't know what Token 2049 is, let me put it into perspective. It's basically the Super Bowl of the crypto world. This is the same stage where Binance leaders drop huge announcements, where Justin Sun from Tron reveals major deals, and where Charles Hoskinson from Cardano lays out his vision for the future of blockchain. For Pi Network to step onto that stage means one thing: they are ready to play in the big leagues. This isn't just hype anymore. This is Pi Network standing shoulder to shoulder with billion-dollar giants of the crypto space. And when I realized this, I honestly had to stop and take a breath, because the implications for every single Pi holder are massive. Look, I've been following Pi Network since the early days. And I'll admit, there were times I doubted whether this project would ever get to a point like this. The waiting, the endless speculation, the silence from the core team, it's tested all of us. But here's something important I've learned from watching other successful blockchain projects: they don't waste time on flashy announcements unless they have something substantial to reveal. The fact that Dr. Fan is now prepared to speak on one of the world's biggest crypto stages tells me that something concrete is finally in place. And let's not forget, Token 2049 isn't a casual event. Companies pay serious money to secure sponsorships. It attracts tens of thousands of investors, developers, and journalists from around the globe. Pi Network went all in. They locked in a gold sponsorship spot. That's not the move of a project still figuring things out. That's a bold statement of confidence. But here's the detail that really grabbed me. Dr. Fan's speech isn't about vague blockchain theory. Her focus is on real-world utility. How cryptocurrency can genuinely improve people's lives and solve everyday problems. That tells me we're not just going to hear about ideas, we're going to hear about actual applications, use cases, and maybe even proof that Pi is already working in the real world. Think back to that $100 million developer fund Pi announced. At the time, a lot of people thought it was just another way to keep the community's hopes alive. But now it makes sense. That fund wasn't about hype, it was about preparing the ecosystem. They've been quietly funding developers, organizing hackathons, and building dApps behind the scenes, all leading up to this exact moment. And the timing couldn't be more deliberate. Token 2049 kicks off October 1st, running for 2 days straight. If Pi Network chose this event to step forward, it's because they have news that couldn't be shared before. Maybe it's regulatory approvals. Maybe it's partnerships. Maybe it's those long-awaited exchange listings. Whatever it is, the fact that they want the whole world, and every pioneer, to tune in live speaks volumes. Projects that are struggling don't invite global attention. Confident projects do. Now, let's think bigger. Token 2049 isn't just about speeches. Behind the scenes, this is where the real deals happen. CEOs meet, partnerships are formed, and projects position themselves for the next wave of growth. If Pi Network is standing alongside Binance, Cardano, and Tron, you can bet those hallway conversations and private meetings will include Pi. Imagine the possibilities of cross-chain compatibility, collaborations with major players, or even pilot programs that integrate Pi into mainstream platforms. And here's what most people overlook: the adoption cycle for blockchain is almost always the same. First, you build a strong community that believes in the vision. We've already seen that with over 35 million pioneers worldwide. Next, you empower developers to create real applications on your platform. Again, Pi has delivered with hackathons and developer funding. And finally, you connect your ecosystem to the broader crypto world through exchange listings and institutional partnerships. That third stage is where Pi Network is heading right now. The hackathons alone have shown us that Pi isn't just about fun apps or experimental tools anymore. Developers are building serious dApps aimed at solving real problems for real people. When Dr. Fan steps on that stage, she won't just be presenting Pi as a concept, she'll be presenting it as a platform ready for mainstream adoption and business integration. This keynote could very well be the moment we start hearing about actual business pilots, government collaborations, or partnerships with companies that could bring Pi into everyday transactions. And if regulatory progress is announced, that could clear the way for exchange listings faster than most of us expect. What excites me the most is that Pi has taken a very different path than many crypto projects. Instead of rushing into listings and chasing short-term hype, they've focused on accessibility, compliance, and real-world use cases. That's not the fastest route, but it is the most sustainable. And this appearance at Token 2049 could finally show the world why Pi's strategy has been worth the wait. For everyday pioneers, this might be the first time we hear about timelines for when Pi can actually be used for coffee, groceries, bills, or even bigger expenses. That's the dream we've all been holding on to, and it finally feels within reach. I believe the long silence wasn't because Pi Network was failing. It was because they were building quietly, laying down regulatory and business foundations that most other projects skip. And when Dr. Fan speaks in Singapore, I wouldn't be surprised if we hear about real-world Pi usage already underway, concrete timelines for exchange listings, and partnerships that bridge the gap between crypto and traditional businesses. Bottom line: Pi Network isn't acting like a project hoping to get lucky. They're acting like a movement preparing to transform how ordinary people interact with cryptocurrency. Token 2049 could be the moment the world finally sees what Pi has been building all this time. So make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because I'll be covering Dr. Fan's speech live and breaking down exactly what it means for your Pi holdings. And I want to hear from you. What are you hoping to see announced at Token 2049? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one, and your feedback shapes the content I create for this amazing community. Don't forget to join my Telegram and Facebook for real-time updates and exclusive analysis you won't find anywhere else. This feels like the breakthrough moment we've all been waiting for, and I couldn't be more excited. No matter what gets announced, we'll experience it together as a community that never gave up on the vision of Pi.